gentle touch. In the golden sunlight, she was born to love. Kiss our tears away, vanish all our fears, fill the world with joy. She's the woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman of the earth, making miracles forever after. Loving, caring, working, sharing, teaching, singing, mothering. See her loving glow in a blushing flower. Watch her dreams take wings over skies so blue. She will save the earth and its every glory. She will teach her child every golden story. She's the woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman of the earth, making miracles forever after. Woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman of the earth, making miracles forever after. Loving, caring, working, sharing, teaching, singing, mothering. Loving, caring, working, sharing, teaching, singing, mothering. Listen to her voice, singing in the wind. Feel her gentle touch in the golden sunlight. She was born to love. Kiss our tears away, vanish all our fears, fill the world with joy. She's the woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman of the earth, making miracles forever after. Loving, caring, of the earth. Listen to her voice, singing in the wind. Feel her gentle touch in the golden sunlight. She was born to love, kiss our tears away, vanish all our fears, fill the world with joy. She's the woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman of the earth, making miracles forever after. Loving, caring, working, sharing, teaching, singing, mothering. Whoa, whoa, see her loving glow in a blush of flower. Watch her dreams take wings over skies so blue. She will save the earth and its every glory. She will teach her child every golden story. She's the woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman of the earth, making miracles forever after. Woman of the earth, spreading love and joy, fun and laughter. Woman.
Mabuhay and good evening, everyone. I'm your leading anchor, Naelah Alshorbaji, live from PARAÑAQUE City.
And this is Krizia Hamsirani, live from DUMAGUETE City.
Welcome to Earth Patrol, bringing you the eye on the news today, Saturday, June 26, 2021. And might I add, happy Pride Month, everyone. A world flipped upside down. How will our nations cope? As we all know, there's been a rise of COVID cases around the world. Should we go back to normal and protect ourselves, or should we embrace the new normal and accept change? Change is the only thing constant in life. I'm sure many of you are wondering, how do we deal with a situation that has already eaten up 2 years of our life? Should we continue to go on with this lifestyle, or should we adapt to it? Today, we have aligned our segment to discuss the pros and cons of the pandemic towards our communities, tackling tourism, mental health, economy, and environment. We are strong, we are resilient. Through unity, we can get through this together. It's understood that these are stressful times, and it's important to also practice good self-care. It's normal to feel overwhelmed, anxious, or afraid. But the silver lining is that beneath everything, there's still hope. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, stay in touch with your community, and know that you are not alone. Learn more at weareearthpatrolnews.com/hope. Just a reminder to everyone, wash your hands well, clean and disinfect, wear your mask and cover your nose and mouth, wear face shields at all times, have social distance and avoid crowds, and please, please get vaccinated. Let us not forget to carry empathy with us. Taking care of ourselves also means taking care of others. It's a social responsibility to ensure the safety of our fellow citizens as well. Now we are moving on to Judy Castro to discuss the facts about the current COVID-19 pandemic situation. Please take it away, Judy.
Thank you, Naelah. Live here in Sinag San Luis TV, I am Judian Castro, and we will talk about COVID-19 vaccines, its issues and concerns. Prior to the production and distribution of various brand of vaccines, Filipinos are divided, and some are even hesitant on receiving COVID-19 vaccine. There are also reports on vaccine brand comparison shopping, wherein some people prefer to be vaccinated on the branded ones rather than the less known brands, which present a critical public health challenge to medical frontliners in achieving herd immunity. With these mentioned issues, should there be a collaborative efforts among Filipinos explaining and inculcating the beneficial impact of the vaccine regardless of the brand? And as a Filipino citizen and as a candidate Miss Philippines, I am grateful and I am fully vaccinated. And I believe that it is my shared responsibility, along with all the medical frontliners, to shed light and spread positivity, listen, or possibly eradicate the misconceptions, fears, and paranoias of COVID-19 vaccines. We all want to be protected, so get vaccinated. This is your Earth Patroller from San Luis, Agusan del Sur, and let's support Res Bakuna, Kasangga ang. And let's move on to Sam Frayaso, live from MABINI, Batangas, talking about the negative effects of the economy.
Thank you so much, Judy. Reporting on the economic impact of COVID-19 in the Philippines, this is Sam Coloso reporting live from MABINI, Batangas. In a survey conducted in the Philippines in February 2020, about 65% of respondents expected the national economy to be significantly affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Nationwide lockdowns imposed by the government have adversely impacted people's livelihood. Now, the COVID-19 pandemic aftermath in the Philippines. Between March and April 2020, the country's Luzon Island went into a complete lockdown that restricted population movement with only a few exceptions. Imagine 90,000 businesses closed during the lockdown. This resulted in a drastic decline in employment levels, with projections suggesting a maximum of 1 million people losing their jobs due to the lockdown. In addition, the imposed community quarantine would at the very least cause cumulative losses in gross value added of 3 billion Philippine pesos in every select key sector in the country. Now moving on to major economic sectors facing setbacks, with travel being a major contributing factor to the spread of the virus, the tourism industry worldwide has been brought to a grinding halt. The Philippines relies on tourism to a large extent for revenue, generation and calculated a loss of GDP share from the tourism of about 0.68% in the worst case. There will be need for government spending to reduce the risk of permanent damage to the economy from the shock of this global pandemic, which has caused contractions in the GDP that are unparalleled in modern history for most economies. So these actions are implemented by businesses. They reduce the level of operations by 51%, started offering a new product or service by 49%, implemented cost reductions aside from employee costs at 36%, prepared a business continuity program 36%, deferred the expansion plans at 33%, temporarily stopped offering an existing product 28%, reduced the employee headcount to save on costs, 21%, canceled a planned investment at 11%, and availed loans, funds from external sources at 10%, temporarily stopped offering a product at 10%, availed loans, funds from existing shareholders at 4%, and others. So there will be need for the government spending to reduce the risk of permanent damage to the economy from the shock of this global pandemic, which has caused contractions in the GDP. Once again, this is Sam Coloso reporting for Earth Patrol. Up next are the positive effects of the economy, reporting live from Rojas Oriental Mindoro, Christian Manansala.
Thank you so much, Sam, and good evening, everyone. Now we will talk about outsourcing industries. The outsourcing industry as a whole was hit hard by the global pandemic. COVID-19 has adversely affected almost every business and industry. The business circumstances that COVID-19 has brought about are unprecedented, which is causing several organizations to scramble to adjust. Manufacturing and production was derailed as supply chains were interrupted, lockdowns caused shutdowns, and global corporations such as major cars and technology brands reported challenges in ordering components. Among the chaos, one outsourcing industry in particular flourished: business process outsourcing. In complete contrast to traditional outsourcing, the BPO industry was almost perfectly set up to handle the imposed pandemic control measures. When the Philippines went to a very long and strict lockdown in mid-March of last year, BPO kept their jobs and happily kept working. The BPO industry is hugely fortunate to function digitally, allowing BPO companies to continue to work with minimal health and safety risk for employees. All BPO staff were working flexible with working arrangements and adapted to work from home right through the lockdown. As the employees already work remotely from their offshore clients, they were very confident with the idea of remote work and had system and technology in place to easily handle the change. This helped the Philippine economy in many ways, which definitely avoided the total crash of country's crisis. Truly, the BPO industry and its flexible staff are one of the heroes during the pandemic. This is Christian Marie Manansala, live in Rojas Oriental Mindoro. And up next, live in Pulumulok, South Cotabato, Precious Valeria Animas.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I am reporting the positive impact of COVID-19 in tourism. The COVID-19 pandemic is currently spreading across the world in an unprecedented way and has profoundly impacted economy, public safety, public health, and also the future productivity. Moreover, millions of people lost their job, and also hundreds of airlines, hotel, and restaurants are nearly bankrupt. However, in this time of pandemic, we still have the positive impact. It is because it helps our Mother Earth to heal and to make this planet a green one again. And also, I am very glad to inform you that our food delivery platform, it helps us as well, because food delivery is also part of food tourism. And I am very glad to inform you that this platform is also eco-friendly. It is because they are using bicycles to deliver our foods that we like. And also, in other hand, we also observe the positive impact during this pandemic, and also it helps our fauna and flora to improve. And as also in this time of pandemic, this is the right time to formulate strategies and policies in the near future. It is because we need our earth, and this is our earth, our home, the safest place to live in. And always remember that every actions that we make has something to reflect, and also we need to provide everything that we can, and always be safe and stay safe. Thank you. And now let's move forward the negative impact of tourism. And let's proceed to Ms.
Thank you so
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Precious. Yeah, so I am Elize Relacion Galvez, and I will be talking about the negative effect of the pandemic in tourism. Before COVID-19 happens, the travel and tourism industry had become one of the most important sectors in the world economy, accounting for 10% of global GDP and more than 320 million jobs worldwide. And with figures and without, these are palpable already. We have been all patron of these tourist destinations even once in our lives. Countries which are tourism dependent, like the Philippines, will likely feel the negative impact of the crisis for much longer than other economies. Because first, majority of the people felt unsafe on traveling. Second, upon traveling, paramount of travel paths such as health declarations, swab results, travel documents are being inspected, thus people find it hassle. And third, there are tourist spots who find this pandemic as an avenue for increase of payment. And with these reasons, tourism industry has difficulty in attracting people to go to their places, and people who work for these resorts, beaches, or other parks lost their jobs. And third, aviation industry faces big damage since it's still the most convenient way to travel to far places. And due to the pandemic, unemployment has worsened with 4.5 million Filipinos reported jobless, an average unemployment rate of 10.3%, the highest in 15 years, as per the Philippines Authority. And I think what we may suggest is to educate people about some tourist destinations. We're already open and tourist friendly. Engage people through online platforms about the safety traveling and partner with the LGU on the alternative ways to have an income for the affected sectors. But as of now, we are hoping that for a fast recovery for the tourism industry. Thank you so much. This has been Elize Relacion Galvez, live in Balayan, Batangas. Now let's go on with Miss Ameera Almamari.
Thank you, Elise. With the pandemic undeniably taking a toll on everyone's well-being, the World Health Organization and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends taking extra steps to protect oneself from the virus, such as taking vitamins and maintaining a healthy diet as physical health takes priority. But another aspect worth giving attention to is mental health. A study from the International Journal of Health Planning and Management shows that the implemented social isolation protocols can cause heightened stress, anxiety, and the overall deterioration of one's mental health status due to factors like lack of routine, uncertainty, and separation from loved ones, and indeed nature. Research from UNICEF and the Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health suggests that exposure to nature and greenery can significantly help with stress, depression, and even ADD. The prolonged disconnection from healthy environments, both social and physical, causes changes in behavior, such as difficulty with concentration, changes in eating habits, and excessive crying. In line with this, stricter protocols also decreases the accessibility to mental health care providers and face-to-face therapy. Some ways to offset these negative effects at home include reaching out to friends and engaging in active hobbies. Though social distancing prevents physical gatherings, it is important that we stay connected and continue to work towards causes we care about, as we here at Miss Philippines Earth, where delegates share simple daily eco-activities that any individual can do to keep themselves positive, occupied, and active. Reporting live from ATIMONAN, QUEZON, Ameera Almamari for Earth Patrol. Moving forward to Sunshine and General Santos. Sunshine?
Thank you so much, Ameera. Now we are going to discuss about the positive effect of the COVID on our mental health. First, get enough sleep. Go to bed and out the same times each day. Stay close at your typical schedule even you're staying at home. Second, participate in regular physical activity. Regular physical activity and exercise can help reduce anxiety and improve mood. Find an activity that includes movements such as dance, exercise ups, get inside an area that makes easy to maintain distance from people, such as nature trail on your own backyard. Eat healthy, choose a well-balanced diet. Avoid loading up on junk foods and refined sugar. Limit your caffeine and its aggregate. Limit your time screen, turn off electronics device for some time of each day. Let us always remember we can get through these times of difficult and uncertain times. Up next, live from Lapu-Lapu, Cebu, Claire.
Thank you very much for that, Miss Sunshine. And with that, I would like to talk about our negative impacts of the environment in COVID-19. Now, COVID-19 did not only negatively impact our economy, tourism, mental health, but it has also heavily affected our environment in the form of infectious medical waste. When most people think of hospitals, we think of saving lives. But what we don't realize is that the infectious wastes that they produce on a daily basis is too much. Without proper waste disposal, medical wastes are mixed up with ordinary wastes, which according to the World Health Organization accounts for 2 kilograms generated per day per bed capacity. Latest data from the Department of Environment and Natural Resources show that the Philippines generated 19,187.7 metric tons of infectious waste every single time from April to July 2020. Medical waste in the Philippines is typically disinfected through steam sterilization, and it can also be through the medical incineration, which is the most commonly used technology worldwide, but it's also a major source of dioxins, and it requires expensive pollution control devices. It has very high fuel cost and contributes to global warming. There are at least 26 registered treatment, storage, and disposal, or TSD facilities nationwide. Now, a company called Radicor Solutions, with the invention of engineer Roderick Diot, has come up with a solution called NitroSterile. This technology is a sterilizer of medical waste in a chamber that is filled with pressurized high-temperature nitrogen, and it's oxygen-free. No waste reaction, no oxidation, no smoke creation, no harmful radiation. It consumes 0 wastewater, and it supports the non-burn technology of the Philippine Clean Air Act RA 8749. Now, the problem that we're facing is the distribution of such technology, and so far it's installed in Aklan, Iloilo, Antique, Zamboanga, Coronadal, Cagayan de Oro, and Davao. Now, currently, millions of contaminated face masks and gloves and materials diagnosing and detecting, treating coronavirus and other different pathogens are undergoing the irreversible process of becoming infectious waste. There is a palpable threat that is unsafe disposal of medical waste that will spill over to our environmental pollution, and that is happening right now. Time will come when our landfills will reach capacity because of the volume being too high, and there is no reduction at all. As what Jerry Sanyas, chief of DENR Hazardous Waste Management Section, said, we might have treated the waste, but we have not reduced it. And if we don't do something about it now, we might regret it when it's too late in the future. Reporting live from Lapu-Lapu, Claire Codilla for Earth Patrol. Moving on to our air quality report, Zeneth Joy Khan in CORDON, Isabela.
Good evening, Philippines. As we move through 2021, our world has been transformed by the spread of COVID-19 in many aspects. The impact of pandemic-induced human mobility restrictions as the response to COVID-19 pandemic on the urban air quality across the Philippines resulted in an improvement on air quality. Satellite data from March 16 to 25 released by the Institute of Environmental Science and Meteorology shows a clear reduction in atmospheric aerosols compared to the same period in 2018 and 2019. The IESM says this indicates a substantial reduction in air pollution in Metro Manila and Southern Luzon. As a result of the restrictions, a significant drop in greenhouse gas emissions have taken effect. This explains why our sky now is clear and looks clean, says Benny Antiporda, Undersecretary of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. DENR Secretary Roy Kimatu says similar lockdowns imposed in different cities around the world have allowed the Earth to heal from environmental degradation. Aside from this, the indoor air quality plays a great impact in reducing the risk of contracting the COVID-19 virus. The increased concern of the virus spread in confined spaces due to meteorological factors has sequentially fostered the need to improve indoor air quality. As we are approaching the new normal, it is more people that stays indoors, making it necessary to provide a healthy indoor environment for occupant safety and look forward to preventive measures for a better future. Clean air should be part of our well-being plan along with exercising regularly and eating better. The overall benefits of better air quality are intuitive. First and foremost is personal health. Clean air is just better for us and our quality of life as we approach the new normal. Let us all remember to adhere to safety health protocols and start implementing cardiovascular exercises like using bicycle or walking to work to reduce carbon footprint while taking care of our health. Keep in mind that a responsableng Pilipino patuloy na laban sa pandemyang ito. This is Zeneth Can reporting live from CORDON, Isabela. Back to you, our anchors.
Yes, thank you very much, Zeneth. So there you go, everyone. Our Earth patrollers from the different cities of the country. So with the new normal that we are in, there has been a lot of sectors that have been affected. Just like what our patrollers said, economy, tourism, mental health, and of course, our environment. We have all felt the devastating effects of the coronavirus disease pandemic on our families and communities, both in the public and private sectors. The government of most affected countries, including Philippines, has to restrict movement of people in order to most effective control the spread of the virus, reduce the death rate. But every coin has two faces. With all the negativity that we are all experiencing and hearing from news, there are also positive impacts that this COVID-19 pandemic has brought to all of us. These shared experiences of combating the virus allowed us to create new ideas and become creative in achieving sustainable strategies for our long-term benefit. In relation to our environment, due to movement, restriction, and slowing down of social and economic activities, sudden drop of greenhouse gas emissions were recorded. As industries, transportation, and companies have closed down, records also shows that it is pollution and reduces the pressures on the tourist destinations, allowing it to recover and assist in the restoration of the ecological system. Hence, it is high time to make use of this pandemic as an opportunity to heal and promote sustainability for a long-term benefit. If we choose to learn from this experience, it will give us a long-lasting positive effect. In general, this threat to mankind prompted a global response that makes us united to win against the virus. Similarly, of course, Naelah.
Thank you, Miss Sandy. Similarly, to protect Mother Earth, our only home, united effort of the entire country and people is imperative. Just a reminder, please do something green today. I am Naelah Alshorbaji, your leading anchor for Earth Patrol, signing off from PARAÑAQUE City.
And this is Krizia Hamsirani live from DUMAGUETE City. Let's stay physically distant but socially connected. Please stay safe, everyone, and let's all heal as one. Good evening.